This is what the garden is looking like so far. A lot of mud because of the rain last night. And then my kids' boots are in there. But yeah, this is what it's looking like so far. A new addition, a peach tree right in this little white pot. I am so excited for this. The flowers are so pretty. Everything is still a work in progress because we've only been here for a while now. The hammock is up and I just have a random chair to sit, just to hang out over there. And thankfully the grass was mowed this weekend. What's also really helpful is back here, there aren't any big trees or anything, so I just have loads of space. And it's a bit bigger than my other yard. I don't know how I'm gonna organize this, but probably Sunday I can get all this. I think it's supposed to storm tomorrow, so I don't really know. And oh my gosh, look at my potatoes. They're coming. And I just used potato scraps. I didn't use any seeds or anything special. I just put some potato skins and scraps that I saved, and they're growing, and they're growing very quickly. I love listening to the birds. Unfortunately, I am closer to traffic, so that comes with it as well, listening to the birds and the traffic. This is the super full moon in Libra, I believe, yes. And every time I try to get good footage of the moon, it just doesn't work. I've tried putting my camera and my phone on different settings, and it just, I don't know. It's a bit of a challenge. It's so mesmerizing in person, but on camera, it doesn't really look that way. In person though, it's very beautiful. One of my favorite things to do as well is when it's still a little light outside and the moon's out and the sun is setting, I like to sit in the middle of the moon and the sun being out, and it's a really good meditation. Or even if I'm not meditating, just like eating outside or just sitting or relaxing or doing whatever, it's really nice. I just gathered everything that I'm going to take out back that I'm going to plant. I have some herbs. I have 2 things of rosemary, some basil, carrots, lavender, arugula, lettuce, bells of Ireland, and some flowers here as well. I think the 4 o'clocks, I may plant them in the front, but I'm not really sure. I also have this old sweet potato that I'm going to plant as well. And I also have a potato plant. If any of you guys have seen it, I just used like scraps of potato that I had and I planted it. I'll show you guys in just a sec what it looks like, but it's already growing very quickly. I'm hoping that the same is going to happen with my sweet potato here, because that's what happened with my other potato plant. I just planted the scraps and I was like, okay, let's see what happens. And it's growing. And I did that in winter, and now, I mean, it's already the spring. And I'll show you guys in just a sec. I'm just gonna put everything in this little basket to take out. It's gonna be way easier. Usually I take this basket out back with me when I'm getting like plants or herbs or peppers or tomatoes. Tomatoes, I pronounce it the same way. Tomatoes and tomatoes. But I'm just gonna get all this in here and put this all back outside. This is how everything is now organized. And it is so muddy. My feet are sinking. I should have worn my boots, but not my sneaker. There's a potato plant looking fantastic. The plum tree, the peach tree. These are already filled with cucumber and zucchini. All I have to do is fill the rest of these. All right, change of plans. That bird is like right next to me. So loud. This little guy loves to come and just sing his heart out as loud as he can. Okay, I'm not sure how long this is gonna take. I'm just gonna start labeling everything first, and then I'll organize it and start planning everything. I'm gonna just start here, and I'm just gonna start writing. All right, lavender. I'm just gonna put off to the side, and then I'm gonna put lavender on this one as well. I'm still a beginner gardener, so hopefully I'm doing everything right. I also have some holes in here. Wow, well, I just realized these are not labeled. But what I do know is that there are cucumbers and zucchinis in here. At least with these, you can tell the difference by the leaves. Oh my gosh, it's just so muddy over here. I'm like sinking just standing here. We had so much rain. At least I get to listen to the birds whilst doing this. What was the name of these flowers? The bells. Here they are. Cattenberry bells. I'll just put bells because that's how I know them. I don't remember the other part of their name, but I do know that they are called bells. I'm just gonna put them right here. I have the flowers more over here, and then I have these seed bags right here, and then I have the herbs over here. So far I have 2 things of basil. Definitely more work to do. I just organized them to make it easier on myself, so that when I'm writing down labels, I know if I need to do 2 cups or 1. So I just lay them out like this to make it so much easier. I got everything nicely organized. All I have to do is pop the seeds into the little cups. I have so many left over here. I'm probably just gonna dump them back into the soil and do it that way. But I need to hurry up because it's getting really windy. I had to move from where I was standing because I was literally sinking, and now I'm back over here just standing on the wood surface. And now, because I don't want to use my fingers, I got a little stick and I marked it with the Sharpie to know how deep I'm going to put the seeds in. Let me start with the flowers, or you know what, I'm just gonna start right here in the front with the lettuce. I'm gonna put that one there, and then this one, open it up and just get all the seeds going like that. Oh, I should have done the hole first. That's okay. Mistakes happen, don't they? Let me see. Leave it down there and just kind of pop it in like that. Definitely a rookie mistake I just made. I don't know why I just plopped the whole thing in there without really thinking, but yeah, I'm gonna have to separate these because that was not a smart idea. I'm gonna have to get like more, probably like 6 more of these little cups, and I'm just gonna pick these up with the stick and just move the seeds around, because when it grows it's gonna be so huge and it's not gonna fit in here. That was not a good idea, but it's all right. We all make mistakes. I guess I got a little excited, but I'll just put them all in the other cups. Problem solved. The rest of the seeds are all in here. I have to finish marking them up. I fixed the lettuce issue that I had. I don't know what overcame me that I just poured all the seedlings in there when, I mean, you only need like what, 2 or 3 seeds. So I'm going to do the rest now, and I'm going to put them, probably the rest of the seeds, in like a bento box or something, because I don't need all of these seeds. You guys hear him singing again? I also have some papaya seeds. All you have to do is when you buy a papaya, you cut into it and there's seeds that come inside. Just scrape the seeds out, save them, and all you have to do is plant them in some soil and a mini papaya tree will quickly grow. I'm going to do it the proper way. Just gonna dig a little hole in here. I'm just gonna plop the seedlings in just like so, and then cover it with soil. Again, just poke a little hole in here in both cups. Especially with lavender, you don't want the holes to be too deep, because you want it to be a bit more towards the surface. That's what I know. And I'm just gonna pop some seeds in there, and I'm dropping some. There we go. Just putting 3 in there and some in there. And I'm gonna lightly cover, just barely covering it. In no way, shape, or form is this a tutorial. I'm just sharing with you all what I'm doing. I'm gonna put this over here because you can't even see it. Alright, just a little hole in the middle, little hole in the middle, and then I'm gonna open the basil packet and get some of the seeds. For some reason, I cannot find my freaking gloves. I don't think I even have gardening gloves now that I think about it. I'm just gonna pop the seeds in there. That was too many. Whoops. And then I'm gonna cover it. I'm still a beginner. Also, I'm doing a kind of a different technique this year with the 2 little cups. Last year, I just plopped in the seeds with a little bit of food, with a little bit of soil. All right, now I'm doing the bells of Ireland. And I'm gonna pop in the seeds right over there. Cover it lightly. I'm almost done. I still have rosemary and the bells to do. I'm now all done with that. I still have to plant the papaya seeds, but I'm gonna plant them somewhere else. I'm not really sure, probably just in a random corner in the garden. The rest of the baggies I just put in here, the extra ones down here, and the ones that are already open, I have them standing up with the Sharpie in here as well. I'm just gonna put them away. It's the next morning now, and I finally got some coriander planted over there, and some of the spearmint that I pulled out of the pot that I have. I'm thinking that everything's looking pretty good. It's probably gonna start raining again any second. Weather's just been crazy. It gets super sunny and bright, and then a minute later it gets super dark and it's ready to thunderstorm. I'm quite pleased with how everything garden-wise is turning out. I think it looks pretty good with the progress that I have so far. And then with this plant right over here, the leaves dried up. So it's probably gonna start growing again in probably the late summer. I'm not really sure. But everything else seems to be doing pretty well, especially the herbs and the potato plants back there.